renewable energy and clean energy, and covered a lot of topic already. Today, I want to talk about the future of microfinance in green project because the future, it's, I would say, quite interesting for this sector, right? And it's a sector that is evolving and is shaping green energy globally. I want to talk about various aspects in here, right? I want to start by talking about the innovation in financing. When we're looking at the emerging financial model and technology shaping the future of microfinance, it's becoming quite interesting, right? Because now we have different models that are coming together to make sure that this sector is moving forward. Because it's the potential is huge. What is the potential here? We're talking about reaching out to a huge amount of the population that can use traditional financing to move forward. Yeah. So whenever we can come across the right financing model, the right technology, that is very much important. And how can we use blockchain? Because some of the issue that we talked about before was the transaction cost. That's why big finance can dive into that. Yeah. So microfinance can do it, but microfinance also have to deal with some costs. So technology like blockchain can enable that. It also a different aspect. How can we use impact, to involve into embed into microfinance to get results that we're looking for. There's so many things. So the second part I want to talk to you about, so it's the global collaboration. That's another thing that we want to talk about. There is a huge potential in international partnership to increase the reach of green microfinance, and we need to be tapping into that because when that collaboration come together, first, for example, a platform like CUP, Conference of Party, I talked about CUP, last Sunday, you remember, talked about that. And I say that, those platforms, when we get the world, people coming together, sharing experiences, it's hugely important, right? Especially for green microfinance. Because if you imagine you have microfinance, for example, in Mali, microfinance in Colombia, microfinance, I don't know, in Vietnam, when they all come together, guess what? They're not that small anymore. If they decide, for example, to collaborate, all of a sudden you get a much bigger platform that can tap into so many things. That is the kind of synergies that could be developed when people actually come together. Yeah. So the third thing I want to talk about here is the youth engagement. Youth engagement, it can definitely impact the green microfinance when we get people, because we know that they have the dynamism. And one of the things that sort of characterize these emerging market is that they have usually a huge youth population. So when you get youth involved into that, it's important, especially something like, for example, when you develop a platform for microfinance and you can tap into the youth dynamism, right, to increase the visibility of this platform. All of a sudden, you give yourself a volume, a volume market. And that means a rate that you can afford them to have very low transaction cost because you have the volume. And we all of that make up and create a market that is sustainable financially for the future. So these are kind of things that we're looking at when I think about the future of microfinance. It gets me excited, absolutely. I strongly believe that there are things that need to be done. We haven't seen anything yet. We're barely starting. But we need to start by having, first of all, the vision, taking a decision and going forward. And all of a sudden you will see things are happening. Yeah. So also things like the integration of ESG practices, the intersection of microfinance with environmental, social, governance consideration, huge. Because a lot of companies now, they need to apply ESG for themselves. Yeah. They need to show how they're reaching back to communities, how they show that they are a good corporate citizen. That means they want to be tapping and encourage some microfinance initiatives, so that means it opens up a whole lot of opportunities that are there. That's great. Yeah. And I just want to finish by call to action, say I'm hoping that what it's gonna get viewers in this platform to do is to contribute to the future of microfinance, to awareness. That's what we do here. I want you to let you know about what is in front of you, what you can do. Just don't be a bystander, participate. For me, I used to be an automotive engineer. I decided to jump into the sector. Guess what? I didn't know anything about it. Obviously, I trained myself. It was a bit challenging, must admit, through the years. But guess what? Now I'm able to participate and to contribute, right? And to share a piece of awareness. But I'm hoping that other people will take that bet and even go further. That's the whole point in here, right? So hopefully it gives you a little bit more of an idea. I know it gets me a little bit excited, but then just chill out a little bit more, chill down a bit. But hopefully you get the message. So throughout this week, I've been covering microfinance, demonstrating to you that there is a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential into microfinance if we properly look into that. If we look at exploiting that, yeah. When we talk about gender equality, when we're talking about rural entrepreneurship, talking about agricultural, a lot of things we can talk about. And I'm just hoping that you're gonna seize the opportunity to find out what is good for you with microfinance and how you can contribute to push that forward. That's what I have to say for this week, guys. As usual, tremendous discussion. I see you on Sunday, but for the time being, guys, let me just sign off. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.